change your heart, change your life, change the planet.
The other day, somebody asked me if I think I have it all figured out. And that really caused me to pause and reflect, because I've learned a crapload and I've applied a crapload of what I've learned. And I've come to some pretty powerful, I don't want to say conclusions, but I've come to some understandings, or I've come to some places where I can act in a way that's far more powerful than I could in the past. So I've become more empowered and productive based on what I know and how I've applied it. But do I think I have it all figured out? No. The more I learn, the more I realize that there is to know, and the more I realize that I don't know. The more rabbit holes you go down, the more rabbit holes you see. And one of the things that's really beginning to impact my thoughts is the understanding that just because something makes absolute perfect sense to me and enables me to engage in a way that I couldn't before, that doesn't mean it's going to have the same effect on somebody else. There are different kinds of brains, and people are in different places in their learning. They're in different belief systems. They have different cultural upbringings, which kind of shape their thinking. So I can share something with someone that to me looks like nutritious food. We'll use that as a metaphor. If I give you this thought, if I give you this tool or this practice, it will nourish you. It will give you what you need. It'll fill you up, because it did that for me. But somebody may listen to what I have to say or imagine the process, and to them it doesn't look like food at all. To them it looks like something that's completely inedible, because it's not something that they recognize. What makes me think of this is that sometimes in conversation I'll be sharing an idea, and to me it's an incredibly profound idea. It's shaken the foundations of my thinking, and now I have to look at the world in a very different way. And this happens to me a lot. And I share that with someone, and their response might be, again, using a metaphor, oh, wow, that food has beautiful colors. Or, oh, wow, that's a great aroma. Or, oh, wow, I love how you chopped it. Oh, was that baked or was it fried? And they don't see it as something to eat. They see it as simply something to observe and discuss and to be analytical with. And I'm like, no, 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 this is to be eaten. So as I continue to work on my books and develop my philosophies and my practices, I'm really, really present that they may have no impact at all for many people. And there may be some people that they impact the same way they do me. There may be people that they impact far greater than they impact me. And there's going to be a bunch of people somewhere in between. And this is one of the really humbling things about educating yourself, is the more you learn, the more you realize that education is relative, or should I say the data streams that you are consuming have a relative effect. I don't want to say the information you're taking in, because people misuse that term. Information refers to something that changes your form. It informs you. So you intake something and it changes how you see the world. It changes how you act. It changes how you behave. That's information. Everything else is data, or even perhaps noise. So when I give something to someone that I believe is food, I see it as nourishing food. This idea, this practice will fill you up. And they may see it as noise. They may see it as interesting. Ooh, that's a very interesting intellectual idea, but they don't consume it. It doesn't change their form. They just play around with it, and then they go on to the next idea. So I'm trying to find a way to communicate this in my writing. A lot of people ask me, why aren't my books done yet? And this is the reason. It's not simply relating your ideas, it's how you relate your ideas. How do I want this information to be used? What process do I want you to engage in as you interact with my words? And I can't control that. So it's a very interesting dance that I'm engaged in right now with my thoughts and my writing and my videos. I share very, very little of what I write and think on YouTube because I'm not sure yet how people are going to interact with it, and I don't want to just put it out there and have it be dismissed or consumed in a way that might be detrimental. So I'm very careful with it because I do understand now that not everybody is going to perceive it or interact with it the way that I do.